Hi there, we're back. This is the third episode of The Tower, or The Library. I saw a little something waiting for us at camp. I decided to not touch that just yet. But, in the meantime, Gale now has new drip. He looks wonderful. He looks more mature. He's no longer a young, hasty lad with fiery red ambitions. And just to reacquaint ourselves, what do these new items do again? The staff, I'm gonna give that to Will, because having Warlock getting that free spell cast, it's pretty nice.
I will return to camp shortly. I just need a moment to...
Okay, so she said she lost something or whatever, and now she's all like, Did she break her oath? I remember saying something about that. Did she break her oath? I am curious as to what this outcome is.
I need a quick word.
I won't hide behind lies and cheap tricks like Leroican. I will rule this tower as it should be. I swear it. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Roland. You're one of the good ones. Yeah, that's honestly it. We looted everything. We're good to go. I don't want to spend any more time in that little labyrinth. If there's more in there, oh well. I'm done. I'm checked out. We're good. We got a lot. We don't need more. I guess books are allowed. The Shadowy. We know all about this one. A cautious treatise on the power of the Shadowy. The author talks about the formation of the Shadow Weave as a counterpart to Mistress Weave. The Shadow version is in some way more potent as a source of magic, but is also unreliable and volatile. Shah, Mistress of Shadow, has a much more fickle nature than Mistra, and according to the author, this manifests as a seemingly fraught and dangerous position, as vigilant, dangerous to those who tap into her font of arcane excess that is. Did I just have a stroke reading that? What? This manifests as a seemingly fraught and dangerous position as vigilant. Dangerous those who... Okay. That's a weird sentence to me, but oh well. In the years following Mistra's assassination, the planes of existence were in upheaval. Lord Eo, the Hidden One, overgod of all deities and mortals, sought to rebalance what had been thrown into disarray by renewing the tablets of fate, those most sacred of artifacts that kept whole worlds in check and found balance between order and chaos. The very portfolios of the gods were rewritten, and several who were thought lost found themselves returned to life and power. Heralded by the wizard Ilminster Oma, Mistra found her magic restored, and a portfolio returned to her. Once again, the rightful goddess of magic found herself to be the custodian of the weave. Oh yeah, I think in this particular instance, I think in that particular death, at the time, El, I think, was the only... He was the only chosen that still had the stuff, you know, within him. And then Mistra used that to bring herself back. If I remember correctly, all of her deaths are tricky with different reasons. But I digress. I must move on from the books. That is not red. That is not red. That is not red. That is a book. I'm not going to read that book. I've read too many books. There's a series of those. I'm not going to read those. What did you just do?
Do you think that zombie looks fresh? Is fresh good? I never know with zombies.
Why do you want a fresh zombie? What?
Apologies. I'm with a customer at the moment.
You're a fellow bargain hunter, I see. The hidden gems here are far better value than the rare books Tolna keeps locked behind the desk. What's an issue of Baldur's Mouth Gazette doing in here?
Okay, so I guess she's the main one we gotta talk to.
Some people have no respect.
So we'll save you for last.
Would you mind if I finished browsing before you muscle in, please? I was here first, actually.
What the fuck are you talking about, lady?
What's in here?
I'm gonna look at these fucking... How does that make sense with pathing? Come on. Ooh.
Very well.
One moment. I'm trying to work out how many pinches of mugwort is equivalent to one of Mother's Leaf. Really should have planted that herb garden, you know.
Just keep your hands to yourself. You're
I wanted to spin it. Okay. Oh, this is actually pretty quick.
These books are sensitive. They prefer an environment of quiet reverence.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Who now? Oh, Roland. I leave him alone, he leaves me alone. That's all there is to it, I'm happy to say. Scrolls, parchments, codices, tomes. Take a look and see what calls you.
So she has a lot of scrolls and a lot. Let's see. Wizards of an editor's edition. Right there upstairs. Scrolls of magic, necromancy. Scrolls of magic, invocation, divination, abjuration. Enchanted. Did we read them? Okay. So I do books. Skip now. Get this one. Gonna get this one. Get this one. Gonna get this one. Skip this one. Okay, that's it. I don't think we're good. It's good. Don't need any more spells. We're good to go. This is a cost. It's a good horse. I'm gonna get this too.
How can I help you?
Especially rare tomes.
Bold. You might have heard that our library has a collection other shops would lack the skill to curate. Between us, even Master Lae'zel was reluctant to house them in his tower. The pen is mightier than the magic wand, apparently.
So,
They're locked away here for their and our customers' safety. Our finest reserve includes the Tharkiat Codex, the Annals of Karsus and Netherese Folly, Sights of the Seelie, and the Curriculum of Strategy. Do any of those interest you?
I don't recognize those last two. We got the others.
author was a spectacularly talented halfling. She was, allegedly, able to establish contact with members of the Sealy court. Can you even imagine what wonders the Fey Pantheon might have revealed? Oh, incredible.
That's a new one for me. Hold up. Because there are multiple pantheons out there. I don't know all of them. I'm not seeing an edition marked on this one. This is just the Fey Pantheon. And their leader, Queen Titania. Without me lingering too long on the wiki, it seems like it's one of those kind of in-between pantheons that kind of exists in multiple canons. But is also, I guess, I would say lesser known.
You've heard about the Red Knight, I trust?
Oh, we found this one.
Devout strategist made Exarch of Tempest. This treaty is a compilation of her own design, kept here on the material plane for the benefit of us mortals. Quite rare. Interesting choice. If I didn't know better, I'd think you might have the necromancy of Thay in your possession. I'd advise tremendous care with the Tharkiat Codex. The cost of unlocking its mysteries is onerous.
As you can see, I already succeeded.
It is said to be written by Lord Carsus himself, the Netherese arcanist who attempted to replace the goddess Mystra, failed, and was banished for the attempt. Great magical knowledge lies within those pages, but not many can withstand it.
That's it. That's what I need.
The annals of Carsus would no doubt have much to say about the crown's true nature. If only you could read them.
Is that the book we were supposed to get this whole time for him? And we just did things out of order? Because that's just how I do things.
Buy? Books as temperamental as these are not on sale. They are secured in our vault, where none can harm them, nor can they do any harm. Consider yourself lucky to have learned of such a book's existence, and then forget about it. The annals of Carsus are best left unread.
Too late. I wonder if we read it in front of her, will that do something? So we can't convince her, obviously.
You certainly have. Even simple knowledge of these tones is enough to stimulate most.
But is that it then?
How can I help you?
Okay, we gotta do it. If we got kicked out right now, I would not be upset about it. Okay. That seems irresponsible, honestly. That's funny. Fables of the dim-witted drow? Okay, so I can't take these with me, so I'll read them now. Long ago in the city of Menzoberranzan, a drow wizard called Zad studied magic in the Academy of Sorcerer. Each 10 day, the Archmage would ask Zad to demonstrate his newfound skills, and each 10 days Zad would fail. Sorcerer educates only the brightest of pupils, warned the Archmage. Your scholarship must improve, or you will be expelled. That very night, Zed slipped out of Menzoberranzan to seek the hidden city of mind flayers, Orindal. Really? You're going to acknowledge that city in this book? Orindal is basically the capital city of mind flayers, and that is where supposedly their god walks among them in their avatar form. The library there boasts the most complete body of knowledge in the whole of the Underdark. I'll learn about all that is and ever was about Zad. The Archmage will have no choice but to keep me. Yet the longer Zad searched for Orindal, the more lost he became. His body weak and his stomach empty, the drow fell to the ground. Reality faded. Zad awoke within a vast circular hall lined with tomes and tablets. Untold knowledge etched upon them. Orindal, I made it. I know everything, he exclaimed. A wide smile crossed Zad's face. He barely noticed the tadpole wriggling just above his left eye. Yes, said a voice in Zad's head. Everything. Oh, yeah. Sorry, buddy. If I remember correctly, canonically, like with the way the Underdark works, it's like you have the surface of Faerun. You know, maybe you get tall mountains that are, you know, somewhere up here, and then cities are just, you know, up there, like in terms of height. You get the Underdark, right? A massive cavernous existence. You know, it's massive, right? And then the hidden city of Orindal down here. It is deep. It is hidden for a reason. It is like they are so entwined with their experiments. They have that group no ambition for the great plan of expansion and everything. They just experiment. That's it. That's literally it. At least based on old lore that I looked into, that's how it is for them. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you alone. We found the book. I think we're done here. So Gale.
Dame Aelin has little to feel sorry about. The Roakan would have inflicted a far worse fate on her given the chance.
Ooh, you look majestic as shit, Gale. Ooh.
Welcome, dear patron, to Sorceress Sundries. I am an unperson in service of the revered wizard Lae'zel. To browse our wares, say trade. To provide information about if you are a city official here to collect dues, say taxes. For all other inquiries, say other. I'm sorry, I didn't understand your query. To browse our... If you are a city official here to collect dues,
this is like
say
those automated
taxes.
phone responses.
For all other inquiries, say other. To learn more about the search for the Night Song, say Night Song. To learn more about Master Lae'zel, say Lae'zel. To learn more about my good self, I am the product of an ingenious bit of magic performed by Master Lae'zel. I am blessed with sufficient intelligence to adequately run and protect the shop, Sorceress Sundries. Because Master Lae'zel is engaged in important work, I take care of such banalities as speaking with customers. To truly know Master Lae'zel is the work of a lifetime. Suffice it to say, he is a powerful, important man whose powers exceed the limitations by which most wizards are constrained. He resides in Ramazith's tower. Anyone bearing information leading to the capture of the Night Song may gain an audience with him.
The great and powerful Lae'zel offering our humble group an audience. We are honored.
Right.
The Night Song is a relic, hidden in an underground temple beneath a settlement near the river Chionthar. Master Lae'zel is offering a considerable sum for the object's retrieval.
Oh, so that information makes sense as to why, I guess, the group from Act 1 was in the wrong temple and got mixed up with the goblins. Because that was the wrong temple. But then again, they definitely would have died in the Shar Temple.
You are not Mr. Marvin Hudd, the collections officer assigned to this establishment. Retraction acknowledged. How else can I help you today?
And then you have all the basic stuff. Yeah, we're done. Yeah, we read those. Okay, yeah, we're done. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so now that we are done here, let's go and see that surprise I told you about. Hey, buddy. Oh, I've missed you, El.
Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Bull-Darian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. I hear you've been browsing in the most esteemed of Emporium's sorcerous sundries. Indulge my curiosity. What wonders did you discover there?
I wonder if he was the one that left that stuff in that room.
I trusted he would be sensible enough to exercise caution in this matter and to seek the truth. By now, you are aware of the evil we are up against. Karsus' pestilent crown, the very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade an empire and magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy.
My boy.
Though what Mr. asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mr. knows you defied her, Gale.
No shit.
Of course she knows. She's Mistra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
Oh man, I don't know how I feel about this.
I see remaining optimistic is my duty, especially when I'm not the one being asked to do the seemingly impossible. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave, if you are willing. Trust in Mistra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
Deep down, I am still just so happy we get to actually spend time with Elle. This is great. Like, I haven't checked back in on Ed Greenwood. You know, on all... He's pretty active on Twitter. And he also has that new podcast series that he's been doing this past year. I hope he sees everything that Larian has done with Elle, and I hope he's happy. I hope he's proud of this. I really do. Because for what it's worth, I mean, that is his alter ego. Elminster is Ed Greenwood.
What's on your mind?
Why does Elle have such faith in you? Because he's Elle. He's the best of all of us.
I've often asked myself the same question, and never really found a satisfactory answer. He clearly sees something in me that I can't. The wisdom and intelligence required to overcome almost insurmountable odds, perhaps? Or the stupidity required to attempt it. I take it as a compliment either way. You don't get to be 13 centuries old without becoming a sound judge of character. And cheese, apparently.
I mean, Gale has the flair of a wizard, right? But he is nowhere near the corruptness that wizards like Leroy can have, or, you know, the many others that have come and gone over the centuries. And plus, he was good enough to be a chosen. I mean, Gale may be in, you know, the highs and lows, or the lows right now, right? He's capable of more. Elle knows that.
I regret many things in my life. Choosing to be here, intact and unexploded, is not one of them. Though the orb still seems to offer our best hope of destroying the brain, I retain some hope that another, less costly solution can be found. For now, to have a few more days in your company, no. I wouldn't change a thing.
See, that's what I need from him. Gale, I have always wanted you to be my close, good friend. And I feel like we're at that point. We're past horny Gale, and I guess we dissuaded Dark Gale for the time being. This is, for me, peak Gale. He is... I need that friendship.
Of course.
You were holding that face for a good minute. Okay, so you're just heading straight there, I guess. So then, should we bring a fourth? You know? Should I grab Will? You know what? We gotta do Karlach with Damon, right? Let's just do that real quick. Plus, she might have some reaction to what's gonna happen anyways.
Couldn't help overhearing what Elminster said to Gale.
We should check in with everyone.
Every day a god asks for a chat.
Hey, maybe I'm invited too. I can be the muscle.
Okay, so you were my correct choice, it seems.
Let's go, go, go.
So I guess let's check in with everyone and turn off that. Okay. Here, I bet you got some words about what just happened.
Ugh, that pointy-headed old fart talks too much.
Oh yeah, y'all know
But
each other, right?
he has also moved mountains, walked between plains, and dragged himself back from death 12 times.
You are correct.
He still believes in Gale. The boy should not be overly concerned what his ladylove thinks. Goddess or no.
Honestly, at the end of the day, whether this current iteration of Mystra is someone you like or don't like, just be buddies with Elle. That's all you need in your life.
Moon Maiden, hear me. protect the woman we both love so very dearly.
I think something's about to happen out of y'all's control.
The mother of all magic, they say. Let us hope Mystra brings Gale good fortunes.
Dang, you really did a 180. Like that is the most open-minded thing that I've ever heard from you, honestly. Or I guess one of them. You've started saying multiple. Let's talk to you. Let's talk to you.
Ready and waiting.
I don't like the way you said that.
Mystra wants to meet Gale. Impressive. The only thing a god's ever offered me is a cold shoulder.
Poor Gale. I hope he knows that a goddess abandoning him needn't be the end. I know from experience.
Yeah, maybe don't compare your experience to this. That they're completely different.
So, Mistress requested a chat with Gale. Unusually polite for a god. I do hope it goes well. We've pissed off enough gods already.
Yeah, something like that. All right, I guess to the tabernacle we go. Oh, I don't have these memorized, honestly. Worms Rock? Right? Okay, so the dialogue, I would like to meet you there. I think that bugged out or something. So we caught back up, did everything but that dialogue, and now we're here.
So all it took to get Mystra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it. Well, I doubt it's an apology for asking me to die on her behalf. Whatever it is. If it's important enough to send Elminster, we can be damn sure she's serious. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards.
There we go. This is what I was looking for. And see, even Gale understands, regardless of how you feel about Mystra. El is perfect. You can trust him even if you can't trust Mystra. She just annoyed you read a book.
After you.
Oh, he looks so good in this new outfit. He really does. Okay, so...
Since I stood before her in a place like this.
I'm sure you'll understand if I remain unbowed.
Okay, now we're gonna talk to Mystra.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
An audience with your goddess can go wrong. I should know. But do whatever you feel is best, Gale.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee.
Yeah, she really should have talked to you sooner. Let me try to be that person for a moment.
Thankfully not. Though she's not been averse to demanding the odd human sacrifice in recent days, has she? When I pictured this moment, I thought I'd feel more in control. Yet, here I am, with palms sweatier than a bugbear's armpit. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it.
Yeah, it's awful. Like that real deep feeling that you got to use that energy, otherwise it's going to eat you up.
During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. The summoning channel Mystra has provided is one only I can enter. No matter how much I prefer not to face her alone.
Wonder if I'm a wizard, I could go with him. Oh. Well, I hope we get to see it as the player.
You'd make a fine 3-dragon anti-player, you know? I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of 3-dragon ante. I'll let Mistress show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own.
That is very true.
Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep, you look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite weave.
I was right.
It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood.
Oh wait,
It
no.
hungers for power, just as he did.
I was
and
wrong.
it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
You could have told him.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite Weave.
You can no more control the Karsite Weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
Great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
I do not like her. I don't like that. I don't like the way she looks either. She kind of bothered me. Like, ugh.
Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw her. After all this time. She gave us the secret of the orb's power. I call that extremely useful knowledge to have. The Karsite Weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that?
Well, now that we have this piece of logic to hold on to, I wonder if we do Dark Gale's path to use the crown to ascend him with this knowledge, would Ao allow it? If it's this big? Because in a way, I mean, this ascension quite literally would bypass all of the rules that the second iteration, basically Mr. Number 1, but second iteration, all of those rules to prevent that kind of issue from happening again. This literally can bypass everything and just make it happen. Oh, but it would cause a planet-wide calamity though. At least for the duration of the switch between current weave to the Karsite weave. Ooh. Let me think. Dark Dirge Run turns Gale into evil boy. Possibilities, but nope. We're gonna be a good boy. We're good boys and girls this run. We're not gonna do anything horrendous. Because you acted the idiot and paid the price. No.
But I should have known.
I do agree. She should have told you.
Right had I to go about declaring myself an archmage when I was as foolish as a common apprentice in setting such an entity loose. At least now I'm armed with the truth and Mistra's expectations. Sounds like the door to redemption is open at last. All I have to do is walk through it, carrying the crown of Karsus.
All of the paths are there. They keep coming back.
Perhaps. I see few other options open to me. If I ever want to reclaim those parts of myself the orb snatched away. If I ever want to be me again. I don't know. It's been so long since I dared to imagine an end to the orb's hunger. Better start thinking about it, hadn't I? Imagine being able to picture one's life ending in something other than a cataclysmic explosion. What a treat. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
That was a bit. That was a lot.
I do not trust Mystra to do right with the crown. But I think I trust Gale even less.
Oh
he
my
must
goodness.
give it to her when the time comes, or his lust for power might well consume him.
You have good insight, Lae'zel.
Mystra has forsaken Gale entirely. A crushing blow. But he is strong enough to persevere, I think.
Oh man. Okay, this episode has gone on long enough. So I will say we will stop right here. As always, if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, y'all stay safe out there. Bye-bye.